Welcome to Friday Night Boxing, coming to you from Magamba Hall in Warren Park. Tonight, we feature two bouts, a ladies' bantamweight non-title fight pitting Zvikomborero Danzwa, a local fighter, and Martina from Namibia.
Right, boxes. Boxes. Right, ladies and gentlemen, Martina Tjahua is from Namibia. She is fighting under the Nite boxing promotions. So, which goes on to show that Nite is doing a lot of work. Can we please give him a round of applause? The next bout is scheduled for 4 rounds. Boxes. Boxes.
Each other. Boxers obey my command. If I say break, you break. If I say box, you box, and protect yourself all the time.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yes, we are now getting ready for the international bout. The bout featuring, this is an international bout between a Zimbabwean boxer, Zvikomborero Danzwa, and a Namibian boxer, in the name Martina Tjahua. Our referee for this evening, ladies and gentlemen, is none other than Diana Makumbe, a seasoned, yes, off we go. Yes, that's Denver. Yes, Coxwell, you can take over the bout between Tjahua. Yes, the Namibian looks dangerous in this one. Yes, Mepo trying to size up each other. You can see the difference, Coxwell. The Namibian is a southpaw, is deadly. The most powerful hand is the right. Yes.
And of course, she seems to have excellent boxing stance. I'm not very sure about the defense there. But these are two girls who are actually intent on making a boxing mark tonight, because this is Friday night, and Friday night was made for boxing. Martina Tjahua is coming all the way from Windhoek, Namibia, and she's fighting under the Boris Snyder promotions, which goes on to show that our boxing is actually developing in leaps and bounds, Thomas.
Yes, indeed, Coxwell. Zvikomborero is oozing with confidence. Only last week, yeah, she seems to be in trouble. The Namibian seems to be in trouble now when she receives those body punches from the hard punching Zvikomborero Danzwa. And if she can make use of those lower body punches, then she can take charge of those matches. Yes, Coxwell.
Yes, the two boxers going toe for toe. And it is the Zimbabwean who's actually going on the warpath. She's actually smelling blood here. But of course, we should not rule out Martina. She's a very excellent boxer who can actually turn the tide with just one punch. So we certainly need to be very careful here, because Martina seems to be one of those boxers who are very calculative. They know how to react under pressure. And of course, that's end of round one. What an interesting female bout, Thomas.
Indeed, Coxwell. And the fans, the crowd enjoys. They really like this fight. And it's, from the look of things, Coxwell, Zvikomborero Danzwa seems she wants to take control of the bout. This bout, Martina is coming all the way from Namibia, and she's making her first international fight, which is a debut fight, her first professional fight. And Mebo Zvikomborero Danzwa tonight is his second bout, and she's coming from a draw. She drew with Patience Mastara last week at the Mau Mau Boxing Promotions.
Thomas, one of the challenges that female boxers do face in the ring is something to do with their stamina and athleticism. We certainly hope that these ladies will actually be able to maintain the momentum that they have actually enjoyed in the first round and carry this over to the second round.
Yes, Zvikomborero is coming with those strays, the left, right, the 1-2 combinations, and she can bob and weave. Yes, but the Namibian is not done here. Yes, she's a southpaw, and she receives that heavy punch. Coxwell.
I like the heart of the Namibian girl. She seems to be creeping back into the mix of things slowly. During the first round and during the first proceedings, she was a little bit overwhelmed, but I think the corner has done their job. But they've told her, you are the Iron Lady of the ring, calm it down, make sure that you maintain your guard and strike when it matters most. And we're certainly going to have a very exciting night of boxing tonight, Thomas.
Yes, and do you know who trains Zvikomborero Danzwa? She's trained by Thomas Kambui, yours truly. But in this regard, Mebo is taking the fight to Martina, the Namibian. Yes. The fight is progressing on nicely. You can see, yes, the Namibian is scoring very well with that hard number 2 punch. By the way, I said she's a southpaw. Yes.
And just looking at the two boxers, the Zimbabwean seems to come charging in like a train and trying to force a will on the Namibian. But of course, the Namibian is a smart fighter who wants to make sure that every time there's an opportunity to land, she makes sure that she lands cleanly and with serious intent. But Thomas, I'm actually very happy with the level of boxing that I'm actually getting from the girls, and comparing with what I actually saw from the guys, it shows that women boxing is actually heading for the right direction.
Remember, Cox, 50-50, 50-50, yeah? The girls have been calling for that. Now they are proving they can do it much better than the way how you can tell the first two men's bouts with the way how things are progressing now. This is one of the most entertaining fights of the evening, and indeed it is an international fight going over 4 rounds. The bout pitting the Namibian Martina Tjahua fighting against the Thomas Kambui coached Zvikomborero Danzwa from the Mau Mau stable. Yes, Coxa.
This is Friday Night Fights, and of course we are coming to you live from Magambaho in Warren Park, right in the heart of Harare. And it is pleasing to note that the auditorium is packed to the rafters. People have actually warmed up to the beautiful sport of boxing. We would certainly want to see who really wants it more, and they have to show it in this last round, because looking at the previous rounds, there is nothing really that separates the two female boxers in terms of scoring. Action swinging from one side to another. The Namibian coming in with the popping jab, making sure that she inflicts some punishment on Zvikomborero. These are two gladiators, two female gladiators. They all want it, and they all want it now. And Thomas, this is one of the best female fights that I've watched this far.
Yes, Coxwell. It's only happening at ZBC TV, proudly represented by Video Promotions under the Friday Night Fights banner. Yes, this fight has been promoted also by Boris Nite, the promoter. And yes, this is the third bout of the evening. It's an international bout featuring Zvikomborero Danzwa from Zimbabwe and the Namibian Martina Tjahua. From the look of things, it's a 50-50 situation, Coxwell. I don't know how you can see that, but at the moment, Zvikomborero wants to prove to his home crowd that she's the better boxer.
But Thomas, if I had my way, I think these boxers are evenly balanced, and I think it's what is going to happen in the next maybe 30 seconds or more that will make sure that the referees and judges are actually swayed in terms of their decision. But looking at the amount of work, hard work that the girls have put in, is tremendous work, good work. These are two female boxers who have got boxing future ahead of them. And yes, that's the end of this round. Your analysis so far of the 3 rounds that we have had so far, Thomas?
Yes, Coxwell, I can say the fight seems to be evenly balanced. But you have to see until the last bell to see who is the better boxer. But at the moment, it's evenly balanced in front of her crowd here. She came all the way about 2,000 kilometers from Windhoek, Namibia, and she's got a point to prove. This is the Namibian Martina Tjahua making a debut appearance at the Magamba Hall tonight.
How do you spell that name, Tjahua? Is it Tjahua? That's interesting, Thomas. And looking at the Namibian, she has a lot of adversities tagged ahead of her. The bumper crowd here were rooting for the Zimbabwean. She has to make sure that she overcome the challenge of distance. She came all the way from Windhoek, and of course she is fighting in foreign lands. But what is interesting is that she is not overwhelmed by all those challenges, as she is actually popping the jab with all purposes and intents. She's going downstairs, trying to make sure that she slows Zvikomborero. The two boxers all want it, and action is swinging from one end to another, and the crowd ecstatic. It's also very interesting to note that there's a female referee who is also taking care of the proceedings, former boxer of Nota, Thomas.
Yes, indeed. That's Diana Makumbe. You know her. She represented the country several times. She has seen it all, and she's ably handling this fight. You can see, and this inspires a lot of women to come into boxing, either as a boxer or as an official, a referee, or a judge. Coxwell.
Action swinging from one end to another. This is Friday Night Fights, brought to you by Sportnet, the leaders in Zimbabwean sport, in conjunction with Video Promotions and Boris Nite Promotions, and of course our corporate sponsors and the supporters who have come in their thousands, and the millions that are watching us right at home. We're coming to you live from Magamba, right here in Warren Park. We are going to be making sure that these Friday night fights become a usual occurrence, and with proper sponsorship, this idea is expected to go regional. And yes, that's the end of not tonight's proceedings. I was actually enjoying the fight. Yeah, third bout, Thomas. Your analysis of this fight, Thomas?
Yes, indeed, Coxwell. The fight, from the way of things, how things have been evenly balanced. The fight between the Namibian Martina Tjahua, who came all the way from Namibia fighting against Zvikomborero Danzwa from the Mau Mau stable, this Zimbabwean.
After 4 rounds of good boxing, of excellent female boxing, we now go to the scorecard. Ladies and gentlemen, by majority decision, the winner all the way from Zimbabwe, Zvikomborero Danzwa.
Yes, indeed, that was the decision by a majority judge's decision. The winner, ladies and gentlemen, from Zimbabwe is Zvikomborero Danzwa.